We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Milwaukee Brewers. It's going to be fun marveling at two of the best in the game, and it's next on MLB Network. Ben Sheets is on the mound for the Brewers in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, listen, you don't have to know much about statistics to know that this is a bad one. How about this guy on the year as a starting pitcher? Left-handers are hitting over 300 against this guy. He's going to have to change something or he won't be pitching very long in this league.
Striding in, Lou Brock. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. First pitch coming. Here it is. Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball one. And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. They have not been playing their best baseball of late as they've dropped 4 of their last 5.
Yeah, Matty V, and you know what, D-Row, it hasn't been a very good homestand so far. They dropped the first 3 games. They open up a new series here, and they'd like nothing more than to get into the win column to get that first win of this homestand.
Yeah, hopefully they were able to shower off that last series. A whole new ball game, new team comes in, new problems, new opportunities. Let's see what they do today.
Now a ball lined towards center field. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And this will get to the wall now out near the Milwaukee bullpen. And he will make it there as the Cardinals get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double.
Now that is the way you want to start a game on the road. He comes out swinging and stands at second as the first base runner of the night. Now we'll see if his teammates can pick him up and if they can punch first.
In now, Rogers Hornsby as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. And he's got that batting line up near the 300 mark entering play. The 0-1. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball 1-1. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Hey, you know, D-Row, Rusty Valentine, he's known for having a high and a low strike zone, but he's pretty good east and west. You better keep it on the corners.
Yeah, I'm okay with Rusty's zone, without question. You know he's going to elevate. It's north-south, so you're aware of it. As a veteran player, you can live with that.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there. The straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
Standing in now, Stan Musial. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. First appearance for him here with the leadoff man still at second and 1 gone now. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
That's why this guy is great. Never misses over the heart of the plate. It's got electric stuff, but pinpoint control to all 4 quadrants.
To 1-2 now. Brock, the runner at second with 1 away. And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
2-2 is laid off and the count runs full.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first, but not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Into the corner and slicing foul. Another full count pitch home. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll send it on to first, and that'll freeze the runner at second with 2 away now.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 5, Albert Pujols.
Digging in, Albert Pujols. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. First offering on its way. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Behind 0-2 now. The 0-2. This is on the ground over to first. And that is into right field, a base hit. The tag, and he is out at the plate. So much for our first run of the ball game. So they get a man to second here in the opening half inning, but fail to capitalize. It's the Cardinals nothing, and the Brewers coming to bat. You're watching MLB Network. John Studer gets the start for St. Louis in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
This guy's a pretty good pitcher, and I was looking through the stats, and one thing jumped out at me: a sub 1.20 whip coming into this start. That tells me a couple of things. One, he's not afraid to throw strikes, and two, when he does throw strikes, he throws quality, and he still gets people out. It'll be fun to watch this guy work in this one today.
Now batting, Robin Yount, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. He's through first and hustling for second. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
That was a pretty good fastball, and it almost got by him, but he's able to slap it in the gap in the right center field. Because of the velocity off the bat, the outfielders couldn't cut it off in time, and allowed him to cruise into second really easy.
Into the box, Paul Molitor. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Got to believe you're going to get some tough pitches in this count with the base open at first. This is where you have to regroup and find a way to get a good pitch to drive in that run.
Line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Batting third, the center fielder, Jordan Thomas.
At the plate, Gordon Thomas hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that misses inside 1-0. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I've been really impressed with this team, especially on the recent road trip to start to it. They're 3-1 after 4 games, playing really fundamentally sound baseball. From offense to defense, pitching, it's all coming together for this group.
Now the 2-0 home.
We're seeing a good AB here from the 3-hole hitter. If he can work a walk or pick up a hit here, he's going to put that cleanup guy in a really good position to do some damage in this first inning.
And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with only one away.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Richie.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Richie Sexson. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Good slider there, but laid off and called the ball low. Sexson is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
Swing and a miss, 3-1.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
And the count will be full. Runners are at first and second with one away. And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early hook. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Jeremy Burnett. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First offering on its way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Bases are loaded with only one out. And this is on the ground is short. Could be 2. The second for 1. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Standing in, Jim Edmonds. He was one of the stars from yesterday's game as he had 3 hits in the victory. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Oh, that's good.
Now the 1-0.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
And that misses here as they fall behind Edmonds now 3-1.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. The next to bat for St. Louis, Ted Simmons. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. First delivery to him on the way.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
Now that's when you know it's a good pitch. He broke off a really nice breaking ball down in the zone right there. And even though this is one of the best hitters around, he waved right through it.
The 1-1. is looked at for ball number 2.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
The 2-1 is strike 2 swinging. That's lifted the other way out to left. Left fielder giving chase. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Scott Rowland, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. In tight with the curveball, backed up on him a little there, and it's ball 1.
Wanted to get the front door curveball on the inside corner there, but it backed up a little and stayed off the corner.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Low and away as he misses again. 2-0.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
And there's a base hit on the line.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Now, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
Ozzie Smith is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Hit out towards second. Segura has it. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Cards leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Stepping into the box, Jeff Jenkins. He'll get to take his first cuts here. The pitch. The 1-0 is taken for ball 2. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around a leadoff walk.
A 3-1 count to the Brewers left fielder. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Batting seventh, the second baseman,
And that'll bring up Gene Segura. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. Nobody out, runner on first. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there. Going right after one of the better hitters on this team. Not afraid to execute.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. This one's down to third. There's one. On to first, and that's now 2 innings and 2 double play balls here tonight. 2 away now.
It's hard to do anything with a pitch like that that's below the zone. And if you do anything with it, most of the time, this will be the result. A double play on a good pitch down in the zone.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Jonathan Lucroy, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. First pitch coming, here it is. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Here it comes. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Bottom of the second here with no score. The count is 2-2 to the Brewers catcher. This is on the ground over to first. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. Brewers go down quietly. We'll move to the third with no score. So digging in now, John Studer. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the third. First pitch on its way. 1-0 pitch on the way. Line towards center field. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. So the inning's underway with the Cardinals getting their leadoff hitter on base.
Hey, this is perfect storm right here. This is how big innings start. You put a crooked number up on the board when the pitcher leads off an inning with a huge knock.
To the plate now, Lou Brock, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He doubled to open up the ball game. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And he swings and pops it foul behind the plate. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
The batter, number 4.
Settling in now, Rogers Hornsby. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Third inning, no score to this point. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Popped up. Sexton over to his right. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Ready for another chance. Stan Musial. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First offering on its way. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Musial, 28 years old. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. Sent on the ground out to second. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
Stepping in now, Albert Pujols. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Ready with the 0-1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider. 1-2. Here it is. Here's a fastball in on the fists, and that'll even things up at 2-2. Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap. Now this will rattle up against the wall. Now the relay home. And Lucroy's tag will come too late. Safe at home plate.
You simply cannot offer up a pitch like this to a hitter of this guy's magnitude, especially with runners on the bags. He makes a living off frozen ropes to the outfield like this, and that one drives in a pair.
So now to the plate, Jim Edmonds, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
The 1-0 home is looked at off the plate for a ball.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
The 2-0. 2-1 now. Has a look, now the pitch. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ted Simmons, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
He's set, and the 2-0 pitch.
Well, 2 on, 2 outs, and he's got himself in a great hitter's count. He just has to be careful not to get too aggressive. A walk would be good here, too.
Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Here's a hard hit ball that'll be caught out there at short. Almost big trouble there, but he'll wind up stranding 2 as the side is retired. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. St. Louis is out in front, 2-0.
Welcome back as Milwaukee prepares for their 3rd turn batting in this one. And fans of the Brewers have been treated to a lot of production from this lineup so far this year. They started the day leading the league in team batting average, and talking with some of the players during batting practice, I got the sense that they are very aware of that fact. Some smiled and nodded when I brought it up. Others told me they know they have a bunch of talented hitters, and that gives confidence to everyone on the team, including the pitchers, that they've got a great chance to win every time out.
Thank you, Heidi. Next for Milwaukee, Ben Sheets. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Oh, I love watching a pitcher that can run a good hard fastball in on a guy's hands and completely lock him up. That's such a tough pitch to do anything with. If you can locate your fastball there consistently, you're going to have a lot of success as a pitcher.
At the plate, Robin Yount, as the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Second shot now. He doubled to start out the home first. To his windup, here comes the 1-0.
Hey, after the double in his first at bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Bases are empty, 1 man out. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And plenty of room out there for Edmonds, and there are 2 gone now. Into the box now, Paul Molitor. Here comes the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Hey, this is a huge at-bat right here. This pitcher wants to end this inning and have 3, 4, 5 due up to start the next inning.
The windup and the 0-1. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. And Edmonds will make the catch, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They trail things here 2-0. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Thank you, Heidi. So stepping in, Scott Rowland. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Thomas is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. Digging in the switch hitter, Ozzie Smith. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1. 3 balls and a strike to the Cardinals shortstop. 1 out, nobody on. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. A bouncer up the middle. He's got it. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Standing in, John Studer. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, he showed like a little prowess with the bat right there, Dan. I'd be surprised if they don't attack him a little bit more carefully this AB.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Not where you want the changeup, but he gets away with it for a strike.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
Grounded down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Cardinals pitcher up there with a 1-2 count. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Cardinals. but they're on top 2-0. Bottom of the inning now, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Gordon Thomas.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
In there at the letters 0-1.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Chased a bad ball up out of the zone. 2-2.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's fouled away. Line hard toward right center. Edmonds will give it a look, but this falls for a base hit.
Up next for Milwaukee, the first baseman, Richie Sexton.
In now, Richie Sexton, as he'll get a slider up that time, but he swings through it for the first strike. He drew a base on balls his first time up. The 0-1 pitch. Hit back up the middle. Reined in. One there. Throw on to first won't be in time, so they just get the one there.
The right fielder,
Stepping in, Jeremy Burnett. First pitch on its way. A double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, but the throw pulls him off the bag, and they'll settle for just the one.
Well, he definitely rushed himself on that return throw to first there, and he threw it away. They got the force at second, and the runner didn't advance, so it'll just be scored a fielder's choice.
Digging in now for the Brewers, Jeff Jenkins. He drew a walk his first time up. He's set. Here it comes. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
In there, 1-1.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Going to have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Working for the punch out and the offering.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Now the payoff pitch home. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Now to the plate, Gene Segura. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike one.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Off-speed pitch here, but it dips below the knees, evening us at 1-1. Segura behind on a 1-2 count. This is foul right side. This is on the ground over to first. On to first, and the Brewers are turned away as the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. We played 4 full. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Brewers nothing. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Lou Brock. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Three and 0 now.
Not the way you'd like to start this 5th inning, falling behind 3-0 on the count. It's about time he starts throwing some strikes.
And the pitch. 3-1. 4 pitches, all takes. He's showing a lot of patience here.
And I like that from a guy like him, Matty. He can do a lot of damage on a base pass with his legs, so there's no reason for him to get overly aggressive if he's not getting anything to handle.
Thomas is right there, 1 down.
The batter number 4. Second base.
So striding in, Rogers Hornsby.
Hornsby.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. Fastball called for strike 2.
2 well-executed pitches at the knees right there, but I know this hitter's looking for something up.
Hit high and deep out to left. Back on it is the left fielder, still ranging back. Gone! A solo shot here to left. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And the Cardinals lead it now 3-0.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Plate now, Stan Musial. He swings and grounds it to short. Scooped up, and the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Digging in once again, Albert Pujols. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Here it comes.
Oh, that's out.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
And here's a fastball taken too low, and he works the count to 3-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
Back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit. The throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. But the Cards add on just a bit, courtesy of this solo home run. On to the bottom of the fifth. It's now a 3-0 lead for St. Louis. Back here in Milwaukee at Millard Park as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with Craig Counsell, the Brewers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He cited the 4 walks they've earned already as evidence that his guys are waiting for the right pitch and that they're willing to let the opposition work themselves into trouble. So far, that's paying off.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. He leads off in the bottom of the fifth as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
And the pitch. A high fastball is in there.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
Count now, a ball and a strike. A 1-1. Down the left field line and deep. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And Edmonds will make the play here for the first out of the inning. Cecil Cooper will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Cooper.
And that misses low and away, ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That's inside. 2-0.
I don't mind him trying to pitch him backwards right there with those 2 early count sliders, but now he finds himself in a situation where he's going to have to come fastball.
2-1. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Now here's the pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for out number 2. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Robin Yount. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it.
Hey, offense needs to check itself right here. They need to make...
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Gone in order are the Brewers. They trail it here 3-0. Jim Coburn will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year.
Number 38, Jim Coburn.
All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Jim Edmonds.
Jim Edmonds.
First pitch on its way. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. The 1-0. A ball and a strike now. The 1-1. And another foul ball. Ready on 1-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Now back.
Digging in now, Ted Simmons. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Here's the first pitch to him.
Oh, that's 6 out.
1 out, nobody on. Ball 2 now.
Hey, you want to talk about being in the zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Love the ability to push that ball the other way right there. Nice knock to the opposite field. That's a switch hitter's delight, the ability to use all parts.
Stepping in for the Cardinals, Scott Rowland. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bottom part of the zone, and the slider is in there for a called strike. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Runners on first with 1 down. Chopped to third. Tough to get to. Segura for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on MLB Network after this. Now in the box, Paul Molitor. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line to the right side. But this will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Digging in and looking for more, Gordon Thomas. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that misses. 1-1. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Again, he sends it out of play. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Richie Sexson, comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is.
You know, over the course of a full season, you're going to have some clunkers, and this certainly looks like one. By the look on the manager's face, he's going to probably call a meeting after this.
1-1 the count to the Brewers' first baseman. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Thought this middle of the order might give him a fight and put up a little bit of resistance, but that hasn't been the case. He's carving right through them here.
1-2, here it comes. 2-2.
strike.
Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Jeremy Burnett is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
The 1-0. Swing and a looper to left. Brock's coming in. He can't get there, so the inning will continue.
That can't bother you too bad, Dan, right there. Power guy at the plate, and you're able to get in his kitchen.
Boy, that's a tough one to swallow, right? These big, strong guys, they like to get their arms extended. That wasn't that bad of a pitch, but he's just so strong that he's able to muscle that into the outfield grass.
Standing in now, Jeff Jenkins, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. A couple of walks for him thus far. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
Boy, the Brewers haven't done much up to this point. They need to get something going, and they need to get it going right now.
The 1-1 home.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball and play hard.
Here's the 2-1. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Brewers strand a couple. They trail in this one 3-0. Stepping up to the plate, Ozzie Smith. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The 1-0 is in there for strike 1.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Burnett is under this one. 1 down. Digging in, John Studer, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First delivery to him on the way.
1-0.
The 1-0. High in the air out to center field. Thomas is there. 2 gone. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Lou Brock. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's the first pitch to him. Left side, but well foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And it's 1-1 to Brock.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That 2-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. On the screws to shortstop, but caught to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Gene Segura standing in. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Swing and a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. This has plenty of carry, and that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So a solo shot down the line in left. Home run number 5 on the year. And the Brewers are on the board. It's now a 3-1 score.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows. Finally able to get this offense potentially going with one swing of the bat. Being shut out all game, but not anymore.
There's the St. Louis manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. Tired a bit as he reached the 7th, but he's got a shot at the victory if his bullpen can help him out. Harry Bernstein comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7.
Harry Bernstein.
Into the box, Jonathan Lucroy. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Hit hard on the ground to the right. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3. Ben Oakley will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 24, Ben Oakley.
Inside with the screwball for ball 1. Fastball is in there.
That pitch looked like it could have been a little high, but he's been calling that pitch all night. Kind of rough for a pinch hitter, but I'm sure his teammates let him know that's where the zone has been.
The 1-1. Half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Robin Yount comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
Every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-1. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. 2-2 pitch is fouled away. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Fastball is outside, and it's full now, 3-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with one out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball four anyways.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are two gone. Giovanni Gallegos takes the mound now, and it appears he's being brought in to face the right-handed batter who waits next.
Yeah, you usually don't hear the term righty specialist very often, but that's kind of how they're using him here, Matt. Most hitters have a harder time against pitchers of the same handedness, so we'll see if this move pans out.
Striding into the box, Paul Molitor. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
First pitch of the at-bat. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. Fouled off. Now the 1-1 pitch. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Cal Eldred will come on in relief now as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season. Leading off the inning, Rogers Hornsby, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Well, Matt, this is one of the problems. This guy's a good fastball, particularly low fastball hitter. It doesn't matter how hard or how low you throw it. That's right into this wheelhouse. What you want to do with this guy is move the ball from the belt up to get him to chase something that maybe he'll pop up in the infield.
Count even now at 1-1. There's a foul ball off to the right side, and that'll move the count to 1-2. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that'll get by and on through towards the wall. And he will make it there as the Cardinals get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
So now to the plate, Stan Musial, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. This is on the ground over to first. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here. Stepping into the box, Albert Pujols. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet. So this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
First pitch on its way.
A great job pounding the zone. Strike 1. When you got a great hitter in the box, you got to get ahead. Count leverage is a must.
Eighth inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Two balls and a strike. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Love the fact the pitcher challenged him in that spot right there. Didn't love the location. But I got to be honest with you, I think he's got him on his heels right now. Don't be shocked if he attacks the zone again.
Too high, ball 3.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Now the payoff pitch home. Hit hard to third. Oh, what a play! How about that? So a runner at third, 2 men are out, and stepping in the veteran center fielder Jim Edmonds. Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike.
No problem with that take right there. First pitch from a reliever, got to calibrate that velocity.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Rolled slowly down the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching him, I think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
Here now the 2-2. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Brewers 1. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Gordon Thomas.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Here comes the first pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Gallegos is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty V, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when the game's on the line.
That's strike 2 on a well-placed changeup around the knees. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Brock. A range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. In now, Richie Sexton.
Richie Sexton.
From the stretch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. And they go away here. It's a called strike. 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
Again, another foul ball.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Into the box now, Jeremy Burnett, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 0-1 on its way. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Josh Hader comes on to work now, and he's their usual closer, but this is obviously not a save opportunity.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
He's set, and the pitch. Ted Simmons is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Ooh, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Stepping in now, Scott Rowland. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. He was a double play victim last time around. Now a hard liner, but this is a foul ball. Fouled away. The next 0-2. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left. And he'll just waste one there. 1-2.
I can't blame him one bit out on the mound. I'm shocked he didn't pick up the rosin bag and see if he could get a foul ball on that one. He had to see if he would swing way outside the zone.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And fouled, though it had the home run distance. The 1-2.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
Here now the 2-2. Hit hard on the ground towards second. There's Segura, and that's the second out. Into the box, Ozzie Smith. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals. and it's still 3-1. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Jason Isringhausen enters the game to finish this one off here in the bottom of the ninth.
Now pitching and batting in the seventh spot, number 44, Jason Isringhausen. Now playing third.
Striding in to start the ninth, Jeff Jenkins, and they'll need him to get something going here. First pitch on its way. Popped him up. Boyer in foul ground. And that's the first out of the inning. So striding forward now, Gene Segura. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Liner towards second, but this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2. Now at the plate, Jonathan Lucroy, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. First offering on its way.
Pretty much an obligatory take that time.
Yeah, when the first two guys in the inning make first pitch outs, you really don't have much choice.
Taken, called, strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
Hey, this is an amazing inning right here. Attacking the zone, keeping his defense invested.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, and in this game, you always try to find a way to be hopeful. They win the first game of a new month and are now looking to keep it rolling the rest of the way.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. The St. Louis Cardinals led this game from the third inning on and never wavered. John Studer earns the win, his second. Jason Isringhausen closes the door for the save, his 8th of the season. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals, 3 runs on 10 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Brewers, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 37 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.